You know what time it is. Mr. Nightmare time. I got my stuff. I'm prepared. I got my colorway. It's gonna be this Gucci blanket. I got my gun. I'm just kidding, I ain't got no gun. This is a knife gun. How you activate it, this is a spring assisted gun. All you do is push this. You got a knife gun. Voila! Voila! Oh, I'm gonna shoot you. No, I don't give a shit. We'll kill you. How about this? Well, I don't think you're gonna win either way. Either way you go. I still got my stuff. I got more knives. I got the Saki knife. This shit is sharp. I got new knives. I got more new knives. I got the classic Pocketeer knife for $5. I got my shitty key knife from Harbor Freight. I got the shotgun knife, shell knife, but I got this one. Not only I got my gun knife, which is Gucci, I got this shit. A bullet. I can stab you with it, and I can stab you the other way with it. Okay? Okay? Also got my .44 Magnum bullet for revolvers. Then I got my actual revolver with a spring assisted opening. Don't cluck with me. Don't cluck with me. Don't cluck with me, guys. Don't cluck with me. I'm very soon gonna get pepper spray, batons, fucking stun guns. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. There's too much fucked up shit in this world. Too many crazy people. When you hear these stories, you about to get.
Number 4. This happened during a Boy Scout campout when I was...
You were in the Boy Scouts. Alright.
15. My friend, who was supposed to share the tent with me, called out from the trip at the last minute, so that meant I had to pitch the tent and sleep in it alone. The sun was going down, and after a long day of hiking, we got back to camp to set up our tents. It was already dark at that point, and I was still trying to set it up. It wasn't as easy doing it yourself. Someone came over and finally helped me, and then we ate dinner. After the cliched telling of scary stories around the campfire...
You don't fuck with that shit. Because as soon as you said that, you won't get clucked up.
We all went to sleep. I guess I was a little happy that I had my own tent at that point, since I had more room.
Oh yeah.
I fell asleep quickly, but woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of somebody stomping around my tent.
You got me fucked up.
I immediately assumed it was another scout going to take a leak or...
Assumed! Don't think I'm gonna assume is. I got my Adidas. I'm getting the cluck out of there. I ain't coming back to that camp. If I can see that it's, and if I identified a person as not being any members of the scout, enough said. I'd be 15 miles out in the fucking... I'd be home by now. Actually. Plus I got my Adidas. These ain't no real Adidas, these are NMDs. Fucking NMDs, huh? I don't play around with that shit. NMDs are expensive, moderately priced shoes. I could get Ultra Boost. I get the Adidas 3000s, 5000s, 10,000s, and 25,000s, and the 20,000s. I think what I got is sufficient. Also, gotta have your knife. Have your knife of choice. Have a flashlight. I have a 588 lumen flashlight from Harbor Freight. Just haul ass. Do not take a damn stop. If you hear something, don't even take a look.
Something. You may be thinking that all our tents were pitched right next to each other, but our scoutmasters actually had us pitch our tents far apart, so I was pretty far from my closest scoutmates. The stomping around the tent seemed to just be going around in a circle, so at that point, I was sure somebody was messing with me. I asked who it was, and in response to that...
Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up! You don't say a damn word if someone's randomly walking out your tent. You go like this. You pretend you're sleeping. But in reality, you're getting your knife, your gun, whatever weapon you got. You're putting on a pair of good Adidas? Ready to haul ass. Oh, and you did this just in case. Just saying.
They stomped off into the woods.
That's sketchy as hell. That's sus as hell. If they're going into the woods, and you know there's nothing in the woods to be had, you clucking up. But all you clucking up.
I almost found myself going out and following them.
You obviously did not have any Adidas sleepwear on. I don't know if you go camping, people generally bring sleepwear. So, obviously you weren't wearing your Adidas pants, which I love Adidas pants. Just saying. Adidas pants are Gucci. They're so comfortable. Also, you better have your Adidas shirt on. I don't, but there's reasons for that. I got my Gucci polo shirt on. You also have to have your Adidas smartwatch on. Which I don't, because they don't make one. But if Nike no, fuck Nike. No Nike. No Nike. No Nike. You know why? We got this dick named Colin Kaepernick. We got Colin Kaepernick on this place. And he out here disrespecting us. Well, if you're going to disrespect Nike, if you're going to support a disrespectful motherfucker, I ain't going to support your shit. Second of all, Adidas makes the best clothes ever. They make the best shit ever. I'm not playing. I love Adidas. I only wear Adidas shoes. If I get anything else, you best believe I ain't wearing that shit. If you get Nike, I'm burning that shit. But if you get me like Asics, Brooks, like that stuff, Walmart branded shoes, starters. What's some other brands of shoes besides those? Bitch, I don't need to know. I know what shoes I'm choosing when I go shopping. NMDs, Ultra Boost, Yeezy, shit like that. Because it's Adidas.
But I figured it wasn't worth it. And
That's what I thought. That's what I thought the second I heard the person walking. You better shut the hell up. You better stay the hell in the tent. And you better not get out of the damn tent. You better stay silent. Again, knife in hand, and just
fall back asleep.
Good.
But after that, it was hard to. Sure enough, the stomping came back and started circling the tent again.
You got me fucked up.
I was pissed off now, so I got up and unzipped the door to the tent.
You got me clucked up. You got me clucked up. You got me clucked up. You're gonna open the door. You're gonna open the zipper? Enough said. Enough said. I got my blade in hand. Whoop! You come to me, I'm gonna kill you. If I get charged with murder, I'm gonna say it ain't my fault. Because it wasn't my fault. Uh-oh. My knife locked up on me. Oh! What the hell? My knife locked up on me. Oh my god. Don't tell me my knife broke. Sorry y'all have to go through this. I think my knife broke. You got me clucked up. You got me clucked up.
I was expecting to see another scout, but when I confronted the person making the noise, instead I saw a grown man, probably 6'5", in his mid-30s.
Damn. If you 6'5", I'm afraid I ain't gonna cluck with you. Maybe I will. Night gun in hand, of course, but 6'5" is a pretty damn big height. That's for sure. And I'm gonna just...
30s. My heart was racing and I couldn't even gather up the courage to scream. The man gave me a creepy smile and then brought his finger to his lips, signaling for me to be quiet.
This is what I'm gonna be signaling to you. That's how I'd be like.
I did a quick 180 and sprinted to my Scoutmaster's tent, screaming like a baby. He ran out before I even reached the tent, and I told him about the man I saw. He and the other Scoutmaster ran over to my tent with one of the hunting rifles, but they didn't find the man. They did, however, pick up on the tracks the man left walking around the tent. We were all told to bring our tents closer together, like literally right on top of each other. The trip was cut short the next day, and we all went home. I have never gone camping since, and I never will again. Number 3.
Takes one time.
So me and a couple of my buddies went camping last summer alongside the Willamette River. We actually had a decent hike into the deep end of woods. We did some night fishing, listening to music, and basically drank to the point where everything was funny later in the night.
Oh.
I would guess we finally called it a night somewhere past 2 a.m.
Damn.
I shared a tent with one of my buddies.
Not really damn, because I usually go, when I was in Treka, I sometimes went to bed at 4:30. But damn.
The other two shared another tent. We heard them laughing about something. At first we laughed at the sound of their laughing, but it soon got annoying and we yelled for them to shut up.
Oh.
One of them responded, "It isn't us." I sat up, startled at the response. I came to realize...
What the fuck? What the cluck? Pliers. My broken knife in hand.
That it was a sound of only one person laughing, and it didn't sound like either one of my friends.
You got me clucked up if you want me to hear that shit.
Even in my drunk state, I realized how odd it was for somebody to be out this far in the woods so...
Not only is it odd for them to be this far out in the woods at night, but rather going around your campsite. Maybe you could confront them and say hi, but no, you're just laughing like a motherfucker. You're going like, well, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Late at night.
Oh shit!
The laughing gradually got closer and louder to our campout. My friend shot up and looked at me with a worried look on his face.
Duh!
I heard my other friends scream over to us that they were getting freaked out.
Duh!
As the laughing got even closer, I could make it out very clearly to be the laugh of a male, probably in his 30s or 40s.
Is it our
He sounded like he was as drunk as us, messing around with friends, but we only heard his laugh, nobody else. There was something indescribably creepy about his laugh, too, as if it was missing something to it.
You got me clucked up. I really don't know what I would do in that situation. But I sure as hell wouldn't be saying a damn word. I'd be texting you.
You had to be there to understand what I mean.
Duh.
The laughing was now just at the edge of our campsite.
Oh. Man, this is fucked up.
But we couldn't hear any footsteps at all. Now that may not seem like a big deal.
Of course
it was impossible to move through that without making noise. And finally, all of a sudden, the laughing stopped completely. We had no idea where whoever that was standing, as
they could be standing on top of your fucking tent.
He hadn't made a single stepping sound. We sat there in silence looking at each other. My friend was clearly freaking out, but he was keeping it together the best he could. Finally, something broke the silence. The sound of something rubbing against the cottony fabric of the tent.
I'll let this speak for itself. Get the fuck out of there.
We saw the outline of a hand through the moonlight, pressing on the tent. We both screamed at the top of our lungs before getting out of the tent. We ran as fast as we could through the woods, our other friends following us.
You got me clucked up.
After about 5 minutes of running, we somehow found our car.
Damn.
I actually puked from running so much before taking the wheel. I don't condone drinking and driving, but I still believe we were just in this situation. By far the most horrific experience of my life. No idea who or what the hell that was, or what they wanted. Number 2. After college, I went back.
What I wondered is if you came back to get your stuff, because I would respect if you did that, but at the same time...
the Canadian wilderness for a few weeks by myself.
No.
To put this in perspective, I was in the middle of nowhere. The nearest town was a 3-hour bus ride away, and I only saw one up.
No, you got me clucked up. 10 minutes away. That's doable. 3 hours? Away from anyone?
Other person who was from a distance. He was in a canoe during the entire 7 days. I brought a few disposable cameras with me, as this was before digital cameras were too widespread. I took a lot of pictures. When I got home, I had them developed and took a look at them. The pictures were standard nature shots until I got about halfway through my first camera. There were 2 pictures of me asleep in my tent in my sleeping bag.
Wait, I'm gonna rewind this. I figured out something.
The pictures were standard nature shots until I got about halfway through my first camera. There were 2 pictures of me asleep in my tent in my sleeping bag. I literally freaked out when I saw it, and I had a complete breakdown. To this day, I have no idea how those pictures got taken. I haven't been camping since, and I sleep with my door open and my curtains shut, and I still get the paranoid feeling that whoever took those pictures is still watching me somehow. Number 1.
Time to move.
My boyfriend and I decided to go out to the gorge for some quality time camping. We had always gone with several other people, but this was the first time it was just us 2. When we got out of our car to prep our gear for the mile hike back to the camping spot, 2 sketchy looking dudes came out of the trailhead, eyed us, and went back onto their old school Volkswagen camper van.
They're sketchy? Then don't fuck with them. Shit! I knew I would cut myself playing with this thing. Don't cluck with knives. I just gave myself a small cut. I fixed it. I forgot what the issue was and I fixed it. So I'm gonna put this back. I just used these pliers and I fixed it. Anyways, I'm sorry I was distracted. Let me get my co-buddy on me. Besides Harrison. This is my neighbor's dog. Say hello to him. Hey! Your owner's coming back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. You gonna be happy? You gonna be happy? You gonna be happy? I hope you're happy. Because you've been gone for the last 2 fucking weeks. Anyways. This is just... I didn't really pay attention much to their story, but that's wow.
I had a weird feeling, but shrugged it off and proceeded back to our camping spot.
Don't shrug nothing off.
I had previously camped in the same area a handful of times, and I knew it pretty well.
Okay.
Once we got back there, I knew of a handful of different camping spots, and proceeded to check them all out for the one that would be ideal for us. I noticed what looked like someone camping further up the hill, so I picked a spot a little further down where we'd most likely be out of sight. Not out of earshot though, as I heard him yelling with someone else back over on the trail. It was starting to get dark by the time we got everything set up.
I bet the fact that you chose that spot, those guys are in cahoots with that spot. If you think they can't see you, they probably seen you moving and they're gonna come over and cluck you up.
So I figured I'd start looking for firewood. Suddenly, this guy appears out of nowhere and asks us if we'd like any help, and offered to sell us a bundle of firewood for $10.
$10? $10? $10? Bitch, I could get the wood for free! For free! For free! I'm high as fuck. I'm just kidding, I'm not high, but... You got me clucked up. This is what happens when you cluck me up. When you get me clucked up. The whole where you standing is made of wood. Why would you buy firewood?
I left because we were in the woods.
No shit.
Surrounded by wood, which I could pick up off the ground for free.
No shit. You're a miser. You're obviously a miser. You're a miser. I can tell you're a miser. Shouts out to you. At least you got your Adidas on. At least your Adidas. Who knows what kind of Adidas you got on, but something.
He then said that I wouldn't find much because they'd already cleared it out over the
bullshit
past few weeks.
Oh. That guy's doing some illegal bullshit. Illegal bullshit. Illegal. Sorry about that. You know why? I'm selling the forest to you. No, this is my... I could use the wood if I feel like it.
Few weeks? I asked him how long he'd been camping up there, and he said almost a month.
Damn, son.
I already had the creeps about him.
Duh.
He claimed he was up there by himself. I asked him why I heard him yelling with someone then, and that he had referred to more people when he was talking about the wood. He stammered and was like, yeah, there's some dudes I know camping over there up on the other side of the river. Then he proceeds to tell us that he's been lonely since he arrived. He was from Pennsylvania, took a bus to Lexington, and had been living in the woods back behind where I currently work. I knew exactly where he was talking about because I saw some homeless people, immigrants, and drug addicts coming in and out of those woods every day.
Damn.
So basically, he was a homeless man who somehow got a ride out to the gorge and decided he would just live there instead.
Damn.
He had been living on snakes, bugs, and selling firewood for money. But he said...
I wonder where he got the tools and where he can't, sleeps. Does he have a tent?
We were the first people he'd seen in a few weeks. His stories were all over the place, and I knew he was lying about a lot of what he told us.
Duh.
He wasn't alone, even if he claimed to be. He even took us to his camp where there were tons of stuff for several guys, not just one. He said he liked camping up top where he could see everything,
and that's where you draw the line about this guy being creepy. He may sound nice. This guy sounds nice. Semi-sketchy. But if you could tell someone's lying, and he wants to sell you firewood. I mean, he seems, honestly, in my opinion, with my Adidas on, he seems somewhat sketchy. But since he greeted you, it's not bad, but he probably is going to cluck you up. And he says he likes to be on the mountain for the view. I understand that, but can I be in the mountain? Oh, you have to watch me. You have to watch me. Kudos. I'm out.
Then showed up our campsite. He had a straight shot view. By now it was dark and he helped us get a fire going. I was trying to politely get him on his way back up the hill so I could have a minute to process all of this. When he left, I started whispering to my boyfriend that there was no way in hell I could sleep with that lying, sketchy, homeless creep right up the hill.
Wait a minute. Are you a girl or a boy? I thought you were a boy. So are you gay or something? Because that's also a red flag right there. Homosexuality. Nah, that's evil. That's evil. I didn't mean to say that. I don't mean to be evil. I just don't like homosexual people. I'm not kidding. I'm sorry. I really don't like them. Pause. But unless you're a girl, that's another red flag.
We didn't have a gun, knife, or even a dog to protect ourselves if we needed to.
You have got me clucked up! You couldn't even get a damn knife! Bitch, I got 7 knives. And most importantly, this knife. So if you try and cluck with me, you're not gonna go. Plus, if I go in the woods, I'm bringing a gun, a knife, a baton, pepper spray, and a stun gun. All of that.
My
You have got to be
boyfriend somehow
tripping.
convinced me to stay a little longer, so we planned to stay the night. But all throughout the night, we heard twigs and branches snapping around our tarp, as if somebody was watching us.
If you think they're watching you, they probably are.
It was that man. I knew it was. He was standing out there, watching us. I said, let's quietly get our shit together and get the hell out of there. Which we did, only we left our new tarp set up because they would make too much noise and he'd know we were leaving. As soon as I stood up with my pack, ready to get the hell out of there, he yells, "Leaving so soon?"
Damn!
We proceeded to get away from there as quickly as possible. The most disturbing thing, as we were getting away from there, the man yelled for us to come back. That only made us go even faster.
At least you had your Adidas on. You seem like you people honestly had your Adidas on. Honestly, you did. Because you did not give two shits about the people there. You thought they were sketchy as hell. And once you think they were violating you, you left. I think you made a good call on this one. And he didn't seem too sketchy, but he seems like a pervert. Just saying.
In my mind, we were either getting robbed, raped, killed, or something.
Probably raped. Probably raped. I don't want to think that way, but when this shit happens, you got me clucked up. He probably's gonna rob you. He probably would rob you. I feel like he's just a pervert. He's a sick-ass pervert.
Something, because he was not alone. His stories didn't add up, and his background of where he came from made me believe he was running from something and was trying to hide by living off the grid.
At least you ain't tripping.
Stay. Okay, let's go. Get the dog.
Wait a second.
I called the Rangers the next morning and told them about him. Luckily, all he got from us was a set of new tarps.
Man, that was some fucked up bullshit right there.